my loves, Ray Let It Go from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Young and Reckless review. Now, the name of this episode is I'm Hungry. Before we get into the review, make sure you all like and subscribe to the channel if you like reality TV reviews and cultural conversations, because that's what we do over here, period, point blank. And also too, I'm trying to get to that 10K by the end of the day, period, point blank. Love you all for the support. Okay, so boom, Melanie, FOXX, and Ivori get into it again. Battle of the big heavy hitters on Young and Reckless. Now, when Ivori and Melanie fought in the house, I think everybody thought that Ivori kind of gave it to her because Melanie had, at that point, had been fighting. But Melanie brought it to Ivori this time. Melanie brought it to Ivori this time, and if y'all feel like she really didn't, that's because everybody is, you know, standing and fanning over Ivori at this point, which, you know, that's understandable too. But we gotta be fair here. Melanie FOXX was the only person I ever seen Ivori kind of put down. Keep in mind, Ivori was on the ground at some point during this fight. Now, Melanie didn't take full advantage of Ivori actually slipping and falling, or however, because they was fighting on gravel. All right, they was fighting on rocks, you feel me? But Ivori was down. Ivori did manage to get back up onto her feet, which Melanie, come on now, girl. But Melanie was bringing it to her. Melanie got to that eye. Melanie got to that eye. And y'all can say what y'all want. I mean, I like Ivori for what it's worth, for, you know, for entertainment purposes. Although her kicking legacy was wild. Her kicking legacy just really kind of turned me off from her a little bit. But we'll talk about that in a second. But they was going blow for blow. A lot of people say Ivori had more hits. I mean, I'm not pulling out the motherfucking punch meter, the punch counter. But I do know that Melanie and Ivori, they was duking it out. All right, that was a real good one. That was a good one. She like, yeah, I'm not waiting till we get back to the house. Fight me now, which I get and I respect. And she's still on business. SOB, standing on business. Anyway, they get into the car and Ivori is mad. She popping it. She on a sprinter like, we're not having no fun. We're not gonna have no fun when we get to the house. I don't care. It's up. Y'all brought her back. I'ma show y'all. She's standing up, talking to everybody, talking. She in the front. She talking over everybody. We ain't doing nothing. She almost is, it really just feel like she running their house, and she wish somebody would say something. Y'all did not say nothing. When we get back to this house, we ain't having no fun. Y'all brought this girl back, so it's about to go up, and I'm about to show y'all what it's hitting for. It's basically what she was saying, and ain't nobody say nothing. Everybody just sitting there looking scared. So now it's chiming in a little bit. Like, I told y'all not to fight on those rocks. Like, I don't know why y'all was fighting on those rocks, is that and the third. But that's neither here nor there. It's done over with now. So when she was talking, she sat back down. She was covering that eye though. She made sure to cover that eye. That eye was done up. That eye was done. She got beat more bad by Melanie than any of the girls on South Central Baddies. She did. Ivori got beat up more badly by Melanie FOXX than any of the other girls from South Central Baddies. She did. Ivori on the show and they're talking like big dog. Oh my daughter, it's over with, it's over with. I'm not worried about this eye. This is just battle wounds. I'm not worried about this eye. Mind you, the girl's just sitting there looking. So Cass ends up pressing Legacy because they were talking about something about the T page. And it just seemed real small. It just seemed real little, real shallow. And Legacy isn't a thing. Like, yeah, it's just she had to just mention me. She had to start talking about me. And for whatever reason, I gave her what she was looking for. So she was like, well, when we get back to the house, I'm gonna have to run that fade. But Legacy was like, well, I thought you said there wasn't no pressure. And she was like, yeah, well, it wasn't. But now when we get back to the house, I'm gonna run that fade. So Legacy just was sitting there, and she just stood up and just started hooking off on Cass. Boop, 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 this and the third. So Ivori, because she's sitting in the front, Ivori ends up holding Legacy's hands, let Cass get off on her. And then she kind of jumped her in the middle of it and like literally started, all you just seen was a Nike dunk, just stepping on the side of this girl's face. Legacy is this big. Why did you have to stump her on the face, Ivori? And it really is just giving, you was mad that Melanie beat you up, or I don't want to say beat you up, but she was giving you a run for your money. So now you about to just get your shit off on this girl who really is not even fighting, wasn't even trying to fight you, but apparently Ivori was one who put the battery in Cass's back. So now you stepping on this girl's head. That's corny. Y'all can say whatever. And I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna try to always be fair. You get what I'm saying? And I just don't like that. That was just, it was unnecessary and uncalled for. If they was beefing at that wedding, they should have been beefing at that wedding. You feel what I mean? Like, it was no reason for her to go along, your big, hefty self, to go stomp on this girl. And it had nothing to do with you. And everybody in that house, y'all all corny and y'all all fake for allowing that to happen. Like, it really just didn't make no sense. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. And it wasn't fair and it wasn't right. And honestly, it just makes me feel like anything goes on Now That's TV. It was unnecessary. Unnecessary trauma to that girl head. Somebody step on your head, girl. Like I said, I always say you can slip and fall on the ice chip and that's it for your ass. And she didn't have to stomp on that girl head like that. The beef wasn't beefing like that to do that. You was just looking for an opportunity to just hit somebody because you was mad because that girl got up on you. And that's corny. That's not big dog shit. Anyway, everybody just sitting there watching it happen. They're literally on the side of the road. You hear cars going by. Like, it was just out of control. Like, that was just too much and uncalled for. And although Legacy hit her first, that was wild. You know, that was a lot on a moving highway on a car. But for her to just get jumped like that, that was just sad, bad, and mad. Anyway, Sav was talking to Cass and Charmaine comes in and starts talking, and she was like, oh no, well, I just feel like they were talking about Legacy. And Sav was just like, I feel like Sav was the only one who was kind of taking up for Legacy. And I feel like amongst a whole bunch of girls that just watched that go down, Sav is the only one that got some real sense and gumption about herself. Like, nah, I don't think that was right. Charmaine tried to jump in with that big wide mouth and was just saying whatever it is that she was saying. And she kind of shut her up. Kyle was like, oop, in the confessional, because like, yeah, like you, whatever. Sav, I hope you can fight, baby. I hope you can fight. I hope you're ready to put them those implants and everything up on the chopping block, just in the event that you do. I'm sorry, y'all. If I ever get work done, there's no way I'm going to jeopardize it. Do you hear what I'm saying? If I spin some bands on my body, it's not even able to touch me. Okay? Like, what? No, it's never happening. Anyway, Sav is just like, you know, there's so many fights in the house that we don't even know each other. Like, how are we going to even like come together and collaborate? I don't even know these girls' name. And I was thinking about that too when Shay Benz was in a room with Ferrari and Ivori when they was sleeping in the bed. And it was just giving like, she's like, oh, which girl you talking about? Oh, the girl with the light hair, the girl with the brown eyes. Like, they don't even know each other's names. And the beef is so serious. It's just like, let's figure out what we know, what we don't know, what we do like, and have a real reason to beef. Anyway, Ivori outside is talking to Legacy. Legacy is sitting in the car. And she like, yeah, well, at the end of the day, I feel like you shouldn't. And I feel like that was production giving Ivori a chance to kind of redeem herself because they thought that the fans was not going to like what happened. But a lot of people, I don't even feel like it's even people even talking about that. People don't even care that Ivori literally jumped little ass Legacy and then stomped on her. They didn't want to hear it, and she was just like, yeah, give me my phone. I'm done talking to this girl. And I like that Legacy still have her attitude. Like, girl, you're not putting fear in my heart. And I appreciate that. Like, that's how bullies really want you to be. Bullies want you to be like Charmaine. Oh, I'm never fighting Ivori. I'm never fighting Ivori. I bet you Ivori not gonna deal with her because she already stole her heart. Legacy is just like, girl, you're not gonna get that off of me. No, I don't care. You can do whatever. You can say whatever. Yeah. But you're not about to get this fear up out of me. You gotta appreciate a real when you see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, win, lose, or draw. I just feel like, yeah, nah, no. Ivori was pissed off because she was trying to, like, you know, all right, so what you about to do? This and the third. She just like, yeah, just give me my phone back. I don't really want to talk to her. It is what it is. Like, paying her dust almost. So then Ivori tried to go into the car and snatch her up, and then security had to remove her from there. Like, girl, you giving like big grizzly gorilla, which is cute for some venues. You know, she feel like, you know, Cardi B wanted me. Ocho Cinco wanted me. So why does it matter? You get what I'm saying? And I get that too. But girlfriend, like, you know, these fans, they be fickle, they be temperamental. Like, don't do too much. Not too much though. Not too fucking much. And so they go inside the house, and Cass is telling Ferrari what happened, and she was like, yeah, well, I told Legacy I voted her out, and then that's when the fight started. And Ferrari was like, well, I told y'all not to tell nobody nothing, so why would you say something? And they were just talking about the fight. She was like, it was just weird. So the girls who got voted out was up for elimination was Crystal, Savage, Shay Bands, and Melanie FOXX. Surprise, surprise. So was at eliminations, comes out, Legacy comes out with her little braids or whatever, her little glasses on. So Sai come out of nowhere and was like, oh, those are my glasses. Those are my glasses. And Legacy was like, yeah, well, production gave them to me. So she was like, well, I don't care if production gave it to her. Production just asked me if I had a pair of sunglasses for a girl, and I said yes. So I gave her my real Chanel glasses, double C's to this, that, or third, and it's to her, give them back. And I just feel like, Sai, were they real glasses or were they real authentic dupes? Were they real dupes, baby? Because I'm not giving nobody my real nothing ever. That was never happening. And you gave them to production, and now you realize that got it, and it's like, why? You know, I don't know. She was just trying to do so much. She was like, well, come and get them. So she was just standing there like, Legacy wasn't trying to fight her, you could tell, because apparently her eye was swollen shut. I'm assuming this is when, you know, Ivory had donkey kicked her. So she was just sitting there like, well, I'm not giving them back. So she was just sitting there. So production was like, all right, I got her. I'm gonna go send her into the room. She don't want to be out here without no glasses on, and you know, her face is all stumped in. That makes perfect sense. Like, Sai, this is our first time kind of even talking about this girl. Am I lying? Am I lying? When have we heard of Sai? I have not even heard of her until right now. And you're coming off like some bully girl. The girl's already hurt down. You could have, I mean, I feel like they had glasses, but you gave them up. So it is what it is. I just thought that was weird. So the team captain is going to be Melanie and Legacy. They like really trying to go crazy. Like, y'all really trying to do too much. Like, not too much though. So Cuzzo calls out Shay and was just like, yeah, I just feel like you ain't really doing nothing. You ain't this, that, and the third. You said you wanted your lick bag. You ain't do nothing. Cuzzo kind of been quiet this whole time, but Cuzzo kind of got energy about her that I'm curious to learn about, in all honesty. So Shay Vance was like, yeah, I'm still gonna get my lick back. We're just gonna have to see. I'm just gonna show you. We're just gonna have to see. Like, okay, Shay Vance, we're gonna keep our eyes out for you. I think she gassing. I'm gonna tell you, I think she gassing. She one of those floaters and those skaters that can get by, but she ain't. I don't think Shay Vance is about it. I don't. So then Naj chimes in on Crystal, was like, yeah, you was doing all this with Adriana, but you wasn't giving nothing. Crystal gets this talking and fumbling and tumbling. Oh, because, you know, win, lose, or draw, I'm just gonna, like, you know, I wasn't bullying her. I just, you know, this whole Crystal and Adriana thing that just really didn't give much, but it gave enough to make Adriana leave. And that's what the girls were saying, like, you kind of bully her out the house. Like, you're bullying her, but you're not really giving it up. So what does it get? So when they go into the separate room, Crystal is steady talking. She's like, yeah, well, I just feel like this. So they're like, yeah, well, you really need to turn up for this for the next 24 hours. And I'm not talking about fighting. You really just need to turn up. So Naj comes in again and like proves her case again. Like, okay, Naj, we get it. You want Crystal to do something. Like, all right, she wasn't bullying Adriana. It is what it is. So Naj in the next morning says, you know, I feel like I should be the host because, you know, you can't just be around here fighting every day if you're going to be the host of something, which was a little bit of shade to her girl Ivory. I mean, not for nothing. Naj is a little bit more level-headed than Ivory. Ivory, can she really host if she going to be tempted to fight with these girls? Like, you know, I just feel like Naj makes a lot of sense. She can't be the host if she's too busy trying to fight and get camera time and do all this extra shit. And I feel like that was a little bit of shade to my girl Ivory on the low. And so Cuzzo and Crystal sit down, and I feel like, you know, Cuzzo gave Crystal the alley-oop to kind of get to know her a little bit. She was just, Crystal let it to be known that, like, you know, back in the day, she was a little fat girl, and people used to tease her because she was really smart or whatever. And so not Crystal, you know, she was like, well, Cuzzo said was you had this thing where you want to be accepted by people, not like, you coming off like, oh, be my friend, but you just have this energy about you. And energy is so real. This is why when you're going into these spaces, you got to really know who you are, because people who are like in tune or just been in the streets or been out here, like they'll find you out. They'll, you know what I mean? You just know, like, you know if somebody been outside and somebody ain't been outside. If you a person that's outside, they gonna peep you. You feel me? So this is, I'm not saying that to be like, oh no, oh, it's just really for you to recognize who you are and the player in your own life. Don't think that you, just because you feel like you fitting in for the moment, that you're not gonna get found out. If I'm in a lineup full of girls who is robbing and scamming, I'm not a robber, I'm not a scammer, them bitches gonna scam me, rob me potentially. So I'm saying that to say, know who you are and know where you are as a player in this life. Crystal says, you know, I was kind of like a bigger girl. People used to pick on me for no reason, just for being big. I'm like, okay, not the little gorda, or is it gorda, gordita, whatever. She was a big girl, and you know, she was like, I just feel like I am a different person now. I'm not a bully. I'm just coming into my own, and I feel like, yeah, we love a glow up. We love a good glow up. We love a big girl, thick girl, skinny girl, slim girl. Okay, cheers to the girls' weekend, bitch. Okay, you better watch those B words. On our way to the paintball, Ferrari announces that Mel and Legacy left on their own free will, which good for them. Legacy, I feel like Legacy did her big one this season on Young and Reckless. The girls are still talking about her for whatever reason. Like, Legacy had them girls so pressed. Like, she ain't even do too much. She's a pretty girl. It's like, I don't understand why they had them so, Legacy had them so pressed. Melanie, she came in with a bang. Y'all can say what she wants. She came in with a boom pow pow and a doom cha cha, and she did her big one. I want to see her at the reunion. Now, this is what Ivori said. I don't care, wherever I see you at the reunion premiere, I'm gonna see you every time it's on site. She's only saying that, Melanie FOXX, is because you blacked that eye and you got in that ass. So if she would have beat you up, it would have just been like, yeah, whatever. I beat her up. Oh well, I beat her up. She's trying to get her lick back. Mel, you did your big one. Legacy, you did your big one as well. And that's that on that. They go to the paintball. The paintball thing was fun. It was a cute little situation. The girls were being a little bit competitive. I like to see those kind of things. So, and the next day, we see Naj come downstairs, and she's snapping. She's going off on production. They're not really saying everything. They're not really showing everything that she's saying, but we know that she's obviously upset. And she's like, I'm in a confessional. Like, yeah, I go downstairs and I'm hungry, you know, stomach sitting on E, and I'm looking around and I smell somebody with Popeyes, and Mima, she the only one sitting there with Popeyes. So I gotta start going off on production, because it's the principle of the matter. We all sit around here hungry. You know, we're about to go, we're about to leave. Nobody ate or anything like that. We drinking, we doing all this shit. I've been asking for my phone, and nobody, whatever. So Mima just sitting there with her little, you know, her wings or whatever. So now I just walks around the counter, and she's like, oh, well, you want a wing? This is what Mima said. You want a wing? She said, no, I don't want a wing. I'm just saying, you know, production, we're hungry. Like, how come she the only one that got some food? She was like, oh, well, I got my phone. I had my money, and I called. You can do the same thing. So Naj walks around the island, and Mima kind of stands up like, what? And she's like, yeah. And then this is what Naj said. She all acting all weird with me. This and the third. Nah, she not acting weird with you. She just standing on top of it, because she know how this TV shit works. She don't want to get slashed and thrashed with a wing in the middle of her, in between her teeth.
Long story short, Naj goes around the other side. She's like, yeah, I don't care, and this and the third. Like, all her energy got focused onto Mima, and she threw a drink with her, and that's when Mima came around the corner, and they just started to get the fighting on the couch, girl. Naj was from here, bugger, 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 like, just all on top of her dome, on top of her little chroma dome. At that, and then we're gonna see next week episode. Mima's gonna try to get her lick back on Naj. Try to, have you wanna try to? We're gonna have to see how that all works out and unfold. Mima, welcome to Young and Breakfast, welcome to the network, welcome to NTTV, and all of the things of the things. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about this episode. I don't care what y'all say. I like Ivori. Y'all know I like her on South Central Baddies. I feel like, you know, she a big dog, she a big player. She did not have to take Legacy. I do not care. There's no other way to flip it or dip it. Mima, girl, hopefully you can, you know, hopefully you ain't bound to drizzle down. Legacy, you know, Legacy did her big one for whatever reason, girl. You had them girls pressed. I don't know what it was about you. Stab, I appreciate you for, you know, saying what you gotta say. Charmaine, still weird. Cass, Side, Ferragamo, she's still giving me, I like her little wig. She got that Cynthia, she got that synthetic wig on. Y'all know I love me a good puffy curly synthetic wig. All the girls right now is just kind of chilling in my mind. Let me know what y'all think about this episode. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.